everyone, this is Carrie. If you don't know me, welcome back to one of my videos. This is actually the second time I'm recording this video because the first time, I don't know why, but I switched the camera frame and it was pointing the opposite direction, so you couldn't see my face. I recorded like 12 minutes of a video and went down the drain, so now I gotta restart it. This is a video about nostalgic toys and memories. Starting this off, I've always had stuffed animals. This was my very first stuffed animal. I love it a lot. I used to have so many. I used to play with them all the time. Stuffed animals were great. I mostly had lots of cats. I like to collect plushies from different, like I've got my Mike Wazowski plushie that I got from Disney World a few years back, which I've been wanting for so long. Finally got it. One thing I wanted to bring up is the Fashion Kitty, which I have talked about in another video, but this is a Fashion Kitty Barbie brand. As you can see, back in the late 90s or early 2000s, they came out with the Fashion Puppy and the Fashion Kitty, and I wanted the Fashion Kitty, so I asked for that for Christmas. I got it. It came with so many accessories and it talked. It said, let's put on my skirt, let's put on my sunglasses, and it was fun. You even had a leash, you could walk it. This was Fashion Kitty. If anyone had a Fashion Kitty or a Fashion Puppy, please let me know because they're really cool. A lot of people had the Easy Baked Oven, which I briefly remember, but what I more so remember was the Creepy Critters thing where like you make the molds of the little bugs and you put them in the oven and they came out like these little plastic toys. Let me know if any of you had that or if you know anyone that had that, because I remember playing with that with my sister, and I do believe that they stopped making that because people got burnt, like it was for safety reasons. I believe that happened with the Easy Baked Oven too. There's been lots of reports on that, but we're not really gonna get into that. I just know that when I was growing up, I had the Easy Baked Oven, and I also had the Creepy Critters oven, which was pretty cool. When I was growing up, Barbie dolls were a big deal, and I do remember baby dolls were a big deal to me. I especially loved baby dolls. When I was little, I got a lot of baby dolls for Christmas, and I played with them like they were my babies. I got this little baby monitor thing that had like baby sounds on it, so when you push the button it would cry or laugh or slurp or whatever, sleep. And it's kind of like maybe the Baby So Real or Cabbage Patch Kids. I never really had any of those, but I do know those were a big deal back then. But I didn't have a Cabbage Patch Kid, even though I kind of wish I did. Because now they sound pretty cool. I guess they're really popular. Anyways, we went to a neighbor's house and played with the Barbie dolls all the time. She had lots of Barbie dolls in her room. It was a lot of fun, different outfits. When my sister and I, when I was 4, we got this dollhouse for Christmas. And it wasn't really a Barbie dream house, but it was one of those old, like, traditional houses where it was open, and like we played with that Barbie doll house all the time. And it was heck of a lot of fun. So not a Barbie dream house, but kind of like a smaller house. It was still pretty cool. It was a cool house. Let me know if you had a house, Barbie house, because it had the stairs and everything. I don't have any actual pictures of it, but here are some examples. I'll put some up in case you're curious of what it was like. I used to play with toys and Barbie dolls in the bathtub all the time. In fact, when my cousin was little, she did the same thing. Whenever she would visit and come over and she would like play in the bathtub, I would literally grab some old toys from the playroom, sneak over to the bathroom and toss them into the tub, and she'd be like, what the heck? I did that to my brother too, and I always got a kick out of it, and I don't know, people thought I was weird for doing that, but it was fun. I like doing that because it was funny. You guys see my cats? There's Nala and Chloe. They're so cute. I love my kitties. A couple things I wanted to bring up that's nostalgic to me are the Kidz Bop CDs. I was born in the 90s, but I grew up more so in the 2000s because that was when I was in middle school and high school, and I was like, getting into that stuff. So the old 2000 songs, if I ever hear those on the radio, those are my songs. Those are the songs that I like. Middle school and high school were definitely my most fun times. And especially like when summer break came, I was always excited about summer break. It's not really like that much anymore because I'm an adult and I work, and it's not really like that anymore. But you can still make life fun. You can just try to find ways to make things more interesting, whether it's talking to your friends or playing games, which we're gonna get into right now. Spyro the Dragon is my favorite game and always will be my favorite game. PlayStation games, I'm a PlayStation girl, always have. I want a PS2 Slim. I used to have a PS3, the old one that you could play the PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. Now I don't have it anymore. I gave it to a friend to save room, and now I want a PS2 Slim because I still have my old PS1 and PS2 games, and those are very important to me. Do any of you guys remember that Shadow robot dog toy? So it was like a robot and you would give it commands. It was like a training dog. It was such a big deal. I remember it was like having my own dog. It's not really a big deal to me now because having a real dog's better. But basically you'd have this headset and you would give it commands like, say, Shadow speak, Shadow sit, or whatever, and it would like, speak, sit. The only thing, and I don't know if anyone had this problem, is that it was very sensitive. So like your voice had to be firm yet soft. Like Shadow speak, not Shadow speak, Shadow speak. And I remember it was annoying because we couldn't get it right for a while, but eventually we got it right. If any of you guys remember this or had something like this, let me know because I'm curious. I feel like this video isn't very organized. I'm just kind of going all over the place with this video. I usually do shorts, but I'm gonna expand. Last thing I want to bring up is this is my baby blanket. And I've had it since I was a baby, obviously. And look, it's all shredded up. I wish there was a way to fix this. If anyone knows a way to fix this, let me know. But I don't think there is because I've asked a couple people and they said there's no way to fix it. It's not fixable. But this is my most prized possession. I had it my whole life. Let me know if you guys had any of these toys or had any special memories that were nostalgic to you. I don't know. Comment below because I know that nostalgic stuff is special. I hope you guys like this or unorganized video. Please subscribe, please comment, please like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Eyes and ears on me. You better believe eyes are on you. It will not be easy to crush the resistance, but it will be satisfying. If you pass information to the resistance, you'll be considered a traitor.